quickly show what goes on in the summer. At Bents Road Farm, there's a lot more than just coming and cutting your tree. There's a lot of work to produce your tree. This is Christian, and he's cutting around the base of the trees and in between the trees so that the trees can grow up healthy and strong. You can see, otherwise we have rows and rows of weeds. In the distance you can see Jacob. We'll get pictures of him later. He's cutting in the rows between the trees. As you can see, the rows are nicely done here. And on this side where they've both been, you see how beautiful it is? Looks more like a lawn. That's hours and hours and days of work. And the trees on this side, as you can see, the white pines have been sheared. We shear them. We wait in the spring, early summer, until the leaders get 12 to 14 inches long. The leader is the top of the tree. And then that's when we can shear it. You can see some of our bigger ones. The bottoms have been sheared and the tops haven't been. They will go back and shear the top. It's just a height issue. You have to do it with a ladder. See, it's a multi-step process. And then some of the big trees are just too big, and they will get away from us, and those need to be culled or used in our decorating. Sorry for the bumpy ride, but the field is uneven. It is a field. He's young man Christian, literally. This has been his whole life. He started planting 21 years ago. And he is 14, he will be 15 the end of the year. So he's known nothing else but this. And those of you who have been coming to us, remember Christian literally as about a 4 or 5 year old dragging in the trees, trying to help people. He's made some great friends over the years, and he really appreciates this. Appreciates people that can enjoy the fruits of his labor. And our true friends, they understand the work that goes into a crop like a Christmas tree. You cannot get too close to these machines. See how I tried to get up underneath the tree. Then it will not ruin your bottom of your Christmas tree, so you have a nice, beautiful bottom to it. Okay, now he's by a little baby tree. Watch, be very careful. This takes a lot of time and experience to do this. An unknowledgeable person will cut that tree off. That tree is probably 5 years old. It is not as easy as that looks. You can, with that blade he's got on there, he could easily cut that tree off. But as young as he is, he's quite the expert with that. He spends a lot of hours out here helping and working. This is what he does instead of video games. So we don't do video games at our house. We shear trees. There's a beautiful spruce tree. There he takes the time. He's got to clear out. There's grapevine in there, Pip and Jenny, different things like that will destroy a tree. So he's oh, and your machine. So now Christian needs to. Hi, Christian.
Hi.
You want to say anything? This is going to hopefully be on our site. So I'm just, what's that? Cutting weeds. Yep, I'm describing what you're doing. So now what's happened to the machine and what do you need to do? So some of the longer weeds have wrapped
Because they're so tall.
because they're so tall. That's why you were taking it at the top, in the middle, and the bottom, so that this wouldn't happen. But once in a while it does happen. And then he just manually has to take all the weeds out, and then he'll restart it. So. Little putsy work.
Yeah, bounce back.
And what are you listening to, son?
Dragon Force.
Dragon Force, okay. Good music to cut weeds by. And if you know who Dragon Force is, you will understand it really is good music to cut weeds by. And there he is. Back to work. See, now when he did that, he was up underneath the tree. You see, and he can't do top down like he can with some of the other ones. So that happens sometimes. Yeah, there he goes. He's got to cut into the weeds. So that's cutting weeds on a Christmas tree farm. And he'll do this day after day until this field is done. And then we'll go on to the next field. And that's Christmas Christian cutting weeds.